I wanted to go ahead and go through some things today that we didn't spend as much time on last week. You know, you can watch this live. You can also watch it over again at YouTube. We have a channel for Day at a Time, and that channel is called Day at a Time Channel. Brilliant, right? One word, Day at a Time Channel, all spelled as one word. Excuse me. In the search box at youtube.com, and you can look up the videos and the webinars that we have there. Let's get started this morning because I want to cover a few things from last week, just a brief overview, but some different things this week. And we can never get started without talking about the product because that's everything when it comes to the company. Without the product, of course, there would be no opportunity. There are many opportunities out there that are built around a compensation plan. They're commonly known as money games. They don't last because people are joining for the sake of joining instead of joining because they believe in something. You got to believe in more than just making money to be involved in something. Otherwise, we'd all be doing something we didn't believe in just to make a buck, right? Here's the reason why Day at a Time and Day at a Time Systems, which is the name of the company, DAT Systems, the product is Day at a Time. Here's the reason why it's a great business. 66% of Americans, that's 1 out of 2 women, 1 out of 4 men, are trying to lose weight. Over 60 billion with a B spent this year on weight loss alone, and most of the time it's not working for them for 3 reasons. Number 1, people get hungry when they're on weight loss programs. Many of you have been on different programs, you know what I'm talking about. When you get hungry on something, you can't stick with it. And then you say, well, I tried that, it didn't work. It did work. It tried you, and you weren't able to stick to it. Now, I'm not saying there's anything bad about it. I'm saying there's a better way. There's also special foods you have to do on certain weight control programs. If you have to eat a baked chicken breast on a Tuesday at noon, but you happen to be on the road as a consultant or sales rep, or you're full-time mom raising children at home, and you just don't have time to stop and cook a meal. I talked to a lady the other day who said she was on a program that was working for her, but she couldn't stick to it. And I said, what do you mean it's working for you and she can't stick to it? She said, well, I have to cook 6 small meals a day, and I have 3 children and blah, 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 and that's all she had to say. It's working, but you can't stick to it. So people get hungry, got to have special foods. And the third big reason is people feel deprived because they're having to do the things they like. Well, a Day at a Time, all those problems are answered. Number 1, when you get started, there's what we call our control day, which is our diet day, and our eat day, which is our non-diet day. So you don't eat diet foods on diet day, on your eat day, excuse me. Day 1, you get started. You're going to chew up 2 of the very delicious, good-tasting, chewable vanilla tabs. They're food tabs. You're going to chew them up, 2 of them every hour for 10 hours. That's a total of 20 chewable tabs. You're going to drink plenty of water, not to make you feel full. Sure, it's going to help along there. But because when you're properly hydrated, your body loses weight faster and more efficiently. A lot of people don't realize that, but that's true. Second of all, you're going to eat plenty of fresh fruit, the kind of fresh fruit that you like, not out of a can, not out of a radiated, product that's been sold on the shelf. Fresh fruit, apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, pears, peaches, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, cherries. If it's a fresh fruit and you like it, you eat it. And you don't count how much you eat and you don't count the calories. You chew the tabs up 2 every hour for 10 hours for a total of 20. Drink plenty of water and eat your favorite fresh fruit. Now, towards the evening, when you've run out of that 10 hours worth of tabs, if you feel like you're hungry, then just eat some more fruit. You don't eat chips. You don't eat candy bars. Why? Because you could do anything for 1 day. And guess what? In just a few hours, which it'll be the next day, your eat day, you can eat whatever you normally eat. That's right. And I mean that sincerely, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday was my control day. I had my tabs, my fresh fruit and water, and had some fruit right before bed last night because I was a little hungry. Guess what? This morning I got up. My wife and I made bacon, a couple of pancakes, and a couple of eggs. Wow, how can we do that? Because it's not our eat day. It's not our control day. It's our eat day. So yesterday we were on the tabs and the fruit. Today we're on normal eating. tomorrow is a control day. Every other day you rotate, so the next day is a control day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you could do this for one day when you know you're going to be able to eat what you want the next, right? Day 3, do just as I said, back on the tabs, the fresh fruit and water. Now, it's not rocket science. It's just good sense and good science. You've heard that eating multiple small meals keeps metabolism fired up, just like that lady that told me she was using 6 meals a day and it was working for her. She just couldn't have the time to cook small meals raising children. Well, we're accomplishing the same thing, except the meals are even smaller with the 2 chewable tabs every hour and the fresh fruit, and you're getting many, many more of them. So it makes good sense. It dictates also that adding fresh fruit to your diet has a lot of benefits. I mean, you're getting the chewing effect instead of drinking your meal replacements in liquid shakes and juices and things like that, which is okay. It's fine for you, except it doesn't satisfy the chewing or the chewing needs for eating. It's a healthy source of natural fiber. Of course, you're going to get many enzymes from the fruits, and it's just good all the way around. Many small meals throughout the day really tricks your body into thinking that it's not dieting. Now, once you get the weight off, it's easy to keep it off. With most dietary programs out there, keeping the weight off is hard. It's easy with DAT, with Day at a Time. Most people can't stay on most diets for any length of time, but anyone can keep results on Day at a Time. Why? Because you don't get burned out. There's no boredom. Because with Day at a Time, there's always choices. Why? Because you get to choose the fresh fruit you eat on your control days, and on your normal eat days, you get to choose what you want to eat. People don't feel in control on other programs because they have to follow what it already says to follow, but you're always in control with Day at a Time because you get to choose the things you eat on your normal day. You get to choose the type of fruits that you eat on your control day. So once you get to that weight that you want to be at, what would you want to do? Would you want to, instead of doing every other day, would you want to go to every 2 days or maybe every 3 days with substituting the tabs of fruit and water for your normal eating? Or maybe you're the type of person that doesn't want to do that. Maybe you want to substitute the chewable tabs and fresh fruit for 2 meals a day, and you want to eat your 3rd meal of the day regular. However you decide that you can best do your maintaining, that's what you want to do. Now, just to give you an idea, last Saturday we had a terrific group of people on the line, and I don't have them with me this week on the webinar. This is a holiday week. I want to give some folks a break. And so I just wanted to recap some of the stories. Last week we had Tiffany on from Tennessee. She's lost 9 pounds in 3 weeks, and it's awesome. And she said, oh, by the way, 3 inches off my waist and 2 inches off my thighs, and that was wow. And then she told us in just a week or so she's going to have her 26th birthday. Her goal is to lose 10 more pounds, and she's really excited because she said she likes to eat and she can do that with Day at a Time. Martha said she lost 7 pounds in just 3 pounds. Martha's from the Memphis, Tennessee area. Her husband, Ron, said, quote, in 4 weeks I've lost 12 pounds and my pants are just about falling off. He hasn't measured his inches around his waist like most guys won't, but he said I could take both hands and stick them down in my waistline. And he said, there's pants that I've been wearing I can't wear anymore, so that's kind of fun. Deb, who's in the catering business and cooks food, has to be around cooking food every day, is excited because she said she's lost 9.5 pounds in 4 weeks and 2 inches off the waist, and she works around food. I mean, that should give you a clue right there, ladies and gentlemen. David's lost 12 pounds in 4 weeks, 1.5 inches off of his stomach. That's awesome. Wow, I got to tell you, I've lost a little over 10 pounds now in 4 weeks, 1 inch plus off my waist. My wife is over 8 pounds now in the same amount of time, and inch loss on her as well. I mean, the product works. And here's how people get started. You go to the website of the person that invited you to take a look at Day at a Time and DAT Systems, and you click on the join button that you see at the top of their website. Now, you'll notice right up here where it says datsystems.net, it's blank. That's because this is the company site. The person that sent you to their site is going to have a slash in their username. So if their username is David, or if their username is Martha, or maybe their username is DATCO, D-A-T-C, or whatever, ABC company, yeah, you're going to go to that site. When you join, you're going to purchase a product and join under the person excuse me, that invited you. When you join, there are 6 different choices. You make your selection based on what you want to do. Let's take a look here. Do you want to be a retail customer? Right here. Do you want to be a preferred customer? What's the difference? Well, a retail customer clicks up here, retail customer enrollment. A retail customer pays $150 for a 1-month supply. Very economical. People are forgetting at first that you're replacing 3 meals a day for 15 days. Now, that's a lot of meals, and even if you go to the store, you just think you're doing it for less, but if you add up every time you go to the store, if you're anything like my wife and I, we cook and we try to be, not waste anything, but things are wasted even when you eat leftovers. And the point is that even if you were just exchanging it even for the food, that's not even a real good deal because you're not paying for the weight loss. There are people that are paying thousands of dollars. They're not exchanging anything for food. They're just belonging to programs in different, how about a health club where you join and you spend $1,000 or $500 to join, and then don't even use it. The thing is that people pay for weight loss. And we're showing you that just exchanging the food you're substituting for is paying for the products. It really doesn't cost you anything. You're just swapping the product for food. When you get started as a retail customer, you're $150. Now, if as a retail customer you'd like to buy the product at wholesale, and we'll let you do that. Excuse me. You'll click on Preferred Customer. That stands for ADP right here. ADP stands for Auto Delivery Program. You'll find out in the Auto Delivery Program, these slides have been updated when you go to the site. It'll say $120. That's a $30 savings, 20% for just going on the Auto Delivery Program. By the way, when you're not on any kind of a contract, when you want to drop out of Auto Delivery, you just call the main office. Our number's right on the screen, 636-875-7170, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Central Time. And we'll gladly cancel the ADP program. If you decide you'd rather pay $30 more, that's your business, right? Also, if you decide to join as an IMC, an independent marketing consultant, you would click here. That's $29.95. Notice it's normally $49.95, but during our pre-launch, it's a $29.95 special. Then you'll want to immediately join. After being an IMC, you'll want to join and become a preferred customer on ADP. You'll find out in a few minutes why. Many of the bonus structures are designed around people that have become ADP enrolled. Well, just because you're in the business doesn't mean you don't want to lose weight on the product. And let's say you never had to lose an ounce, but if you're going to be in the business, if you're choosing to join to be an IMC, that means you want to sell the product. Well, if you don't have any product, it's going to be kind of tough to show anybody, give anybody a sample or whatever. So you want to be on the ADP anyway, even if you didn't have to lose weight. If you do have to lose weight, you'd want to be getting your product on ADP every month so that you can be eligible for a lot of the bonuses. Then there are a couple of other choices. One's called the Business Builder Pack. The other's called the Executive Business Builder Pack. Why would someone want to buy a Business Builder Pack that includes 5 months supply of the product? Now, 5 months at $120, which is your auto delivery pack price of $120, that's $600. But you can see here in a Business Builder Pack, you're saving over $100. That means that instead of paying $120 per program at 5 months supply, you're only paying $100 per program. So when you're selling that to someone at $150, if they pay you cash for it, write you a check, or even if they buy it through your website. See, when you have product, what you can do is they go to buy it through your website. You say, look, let me give you the product right now so you've got it. You sit down with them. They order it as a preferred customer, but when you go to the next page, you'll see that they have the opportunity to click a box that says, this is my first order and I want it shipped back to my IMC. So your customer can have that first order they put on ADP shipped back to you, so you front them the product to get them started today, and they send it right back to you. You say, do I have to do that? No, you don't have to have an inventory. You could send people to your site and they can order. The problem is they're waiting 3 or 4 days to get the product. In most cases, some days, maybe only 2 days, depending on where you are in the country. And sometimes they want to get started right away. So this is, if you're in business, when you go down to the store to buy a pair of pants, normally, or a shirt, or you don't go into the grocery store or the health food store and say, I want to buy the ABC diet, and they say, great, here, click here, we'll ship it to you in 3 days. No, they put it in your hand. It's called being in business. So you decide to what degree you want to do that. Can you do it without an inventory? Yes. Is it easier with an inventory? Yes, it's easier. Okay. Plus, you're going to have product for yourself anyway, so why not get it at a better price? Also, the Executive Business Builder Pack, that's 12-month supply, $1,800 in value. A wholesale 12 times 120 is $1,440. But when you buy the Executive Business Builder Pack in one, you're saving $441, almost over $440 here on the Executive Business Builder Pack. That brings each month down to $83.83. If you're retailing it to anybody for $150, you see that you're making a much bigger profit. Even if you're selling it, for cash or check, however you want, or even if you're using it just to front people and getting their product shipped back to you, you're still in that product for $83.83 a piece. So even if you continue to rotate that inventory with having your customer that gets on ADP send it back to you, well, you're in it at the $83.83 each one. So once in a while when you do sell one for cash, you're making that much bigger profit. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's move on here. Well, first of all, I got to get out of this. This would help. Excuse me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulty. Something's going awry here. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. I do apologize. Not sure why this is happening. Let's see if we can get out of here. Hold on. Okay. All right, I'll do my best. I do apologize. As you're going through the sign up, you'll notice that you just fill in the blank. You'll come to an optional page. Let's say that you decided to join ADP, and you'll see it, and you come to this page, there'll be a button that says continue for ADP. You'll click on that and go to the ADP. If you haven't signed up as ADP, if you just want to pay $150 and try it for 1 month, you'll decide. If you wish to have more than 1 month supply, then you'll click the plus button and it'll add 1. Click it again, it'll add 2 months. Click it again, 3 months. Or if you've done it by mistake and you've got 2 months and only want 1 month, then you hit the minus to get the 3 to the 2 or the 2 to the 1, and then you hit next to move on. You'll see your confirmation. In this confirmation, a person only joined at $29.95 and bought no product. I have no idea why anybody would do that, because you don't have anything to sell and you don't have anything to try, but it's available. If you start out with the Business Builder Pack, you'll see that it was $499.95. By the way, during pre-launch, we have held out that there's going to be no shipping charge. So if you're charged on that confirmation, it'll be reimbursed to you when we see the order and send it out. That's during pre-launch. On the EBB, the Executive Business Builder, that's $1,000 in business volume. Why is that important? Well, 5 steps to success with Day at a Time begins with this. It begins with joining as an independent marketing consultant, then enrolling in the ADP, in the auto delivery program. Okay? Then what you want to do is you want to get your first 3 customers. Get them on ADP, and if you are on ADP and your first 3 customers that get on ADP, that means your next month's product is free. Then after that, you want to sponsor 3 IMCs like yourself. Those IMCs can be the same as the 3 ADP customers. I would highly suggest that you do 3 customers separate from your IMCs, but they might be the same. The reason is that when your IMCs decide that they get their first 3 customers to get their product free, well, your 3 IMCs or they're your first 3 automatic delivery customers as well. So if they're getting theirs free, they're not paying anymore, and so you don't get yours free. So I would get 3 ADP customers, people that are just interested in the product, and I would get 3 IMCs, or a total of 6, just to be safe, so that you always have 3 personal customers on ADP, and that way you're guaranteed that your next month's product is free. The only thing you pay is the shipping. And then after you get your 3 IMCs, teach them to do the same steps, You want to get Fast Start qualified in your first 30 days. And you want to teach your 3 IMCs to do the same thing. So let's go through that. First of all, when you get your first 3 customers, here you are. You get your first 3 customers on ADP. Your next month's product is free. The reason why it's so important in the Fast Start qualified is that when you're Fast Start qualified, that was the next step after getting your 3 customers and your 3 IMCs. DAT Systems takes 2% of all the company commissionable product sales each month, puts them in a pool. Every time you get a new customer on ADP or a new business builder pack sold, that was the $500 pack, $499.95, or the $1,000 pack, the $999.95. Every time you sell one of those, and every time you get a new ADP customer, you get 1 point. When you're Fast Start qualified, you get 2 points. All your points double on the sales you make up to the number of. So if you get 3 new ADPs this month, next month your product is free, right? If you're on ADP. Okay, when those 3 sales would gain you 3 points. If you were Fast Start qualified, you would be twice that, or 6 points. The same thing with selling a business builder pack. If you signed up 3 IMCs and they all started out with a $500 pack, well, that would be 3 points, but since you're Fast Start qualified, it would be times 2, would be 6 points. And at the end of each month, these points are total, and then you share proportionately in the bonus pool. Here's how it works. How do you get Fast Start qualified? Well, you, in your first month, need to do $500 in personal volume. Now, you can do that by individual sales. You could sell 5 ADPs. 5 times 120 is $600, right? If you did 4, you'd be $20 short in volume because 4 times 120 is $480. Or you could just buy the Business Builder Pack. That gives you 5 monthly programs that you can turn around and sell. It gives them to you at $100 because it's a special value of $499.95, and you've already completed your personal 500 in volume. The 3 people that you sponsor and sign up as IMCs, they can do the same thing. They can sell them individually through selling customers and also sponsoring other IMCs that buy a program, a month's supply here or there. Or they could start the same way and buy the Business Builder Pack, have a few months product on hand to eat and to sell, and also they would each do their 500. That's a total of 2,000 of volume for you during your first 30 days. You are now Fast Start qualified. It takes $2,000 minimum in volume to qualify between you and your 3 IMCs in your first month. Each of those have to do a minimum of $500 in volume. So if you did 500 and this guy did 300 and these guys did 800 and 800, it wouldn't be enough. You have to do a minimum of 2,000 or a minimum of 500 each among the 3 of you to qualify. That's why the Business Builder Pack just makes so much sense to do that way. It saves you money. There are many other ways to earn income. Customer acquisition from $16 up to $32 for every new ADP. See, people will question that. They go, well, if I'm selling an ADP at $120, which is already $30 off, how am I getting paid? Well, in the auto delivery program, you're getting paid because not the difference between wholesale and retail. You don't get paid on the difference between 120 and 150. You get paid a special customer acquisition bonus. I'll show you where to see that. But it's from $16 to $32 on each one, depending on where you're at on the ranking commission scale. There's differential bonuses. There's business builder bonuses. You're going to love these 2. There's 5% team commissions through 10 levels and beyond. 10% mentoring match pay. That's paid on the people that you personally sponsor. Even if they don't attain the position you're at, whatever they do earn each month, you get to make match 10% of that. There's a lifestyle bonus. Let's learn a little bit more about this. First of all, when people get started in business, they know that they need to be in business. And so besides just being on ADP for 1 month supply, most people are going to start out with a Business Builder Pack because they know that they're going to need a couple months supply to eat themselves. They might as well be getting it at a discount. And when they do have something to sell, they're going to sell it. When they buy it, the Business Builder Pack at $500 and they sell a program at $150, that's a 50% profit. That's pretty cool. But here's what I want to talk about right now. When you just get started and you're a marketing consultant, an IMC, every business builder pack you sell, you're going to make a $50 commission on. Now, once you're advanced to senior marketing consultant, what is that? If you go to, if you go back to the compensation plan here and you see senior marketing consultant, it takes $1,500 in group volume. That's between you and the IMCs that you sponsored, doing that business in 1 month. And then you're a senior marketing consultant. When you've done $4,500 in your team, your group of at least 3 legs, at least those first 3 people you sponsored, see those 3 people, those 3 IMCs you sponsor, you can maximize the entire compensation plan with just 3 active legs. That's exciting. You can find this scale, and I'll show you where to find all these things. It's very easy when we're finished. When you are a marketing consultant, that's 50. When you're a senior marketing consultant, you make 75 on every business builder pack sold. When you're a director, this is key. You make $100 on every business builder pack sold. What about the executive business builder pack, the $1,000 pack? Well, as marketing consultant, you're making 100 on every one you sell. Senior marketing consultant, you're making 150. Director, you're making 200. Why am I focusing on director? Well, for this reason. When you are Fast Start qualified, you've done 2,000 between you and your first 3 sponsored IMCs in your first 30 days. Fast Start qualified means that during the pre-launch, we're going to advance you to director. That's right. You skip all this. You don't have to do that volume, and you're advanced to director. All it takes to be active and to stay active is that you're either doing $60 a month in the ADV automatic delivery program volume, or if you're not on the ADP, you have to do $200 in personal volume sold or bought. Okay, so that'd be 2 customers, 2 monthly customers sold or bought. Or if you're on ADP yourself, you're well past that $60. You'll learn why the number is smaller than the 120 for the ADP. We have some additional support products coming out here in the near future, and some people may choose to be on those as an ADP. Okay? Now, here's the exciting thing too. When you're director, and when you're Fast Start qualified, you're automatically eligible to make what's called the differential bonus as well, right here. So let's say you as a director now, every time you sell a business builder pack, you're earning $100, or an EBB, an executive business builder pack, you're earning $200. But the people you've sponsored, let's say they're not directors yet. Let's say that you have 3 people that are marketing consultants and 3 people under you that have also gotten to be Fast Start qualified. They're directors like you are. Well, when they sell $100, you don't make any differential because you're both at 100. But if they're at the 50 and you're at the 100, then when they sell a business builder pack, they make the 50 and you make the difference between 50 and where you're at, which is 100. So you're making the $50. If they're at 75, you're making that difference. If you're up here as a national marketing director, you're making the difference between the 150 and the 50, or the difference between the 150 and the 100. On the EBB business pack, that's a difference between 100 and 200, or 100 and 325. So you can see you can make up to $225 as a national marketing director every time a IMC in your team sells an executive business builder pack, or $100 every time they sell a business builder pack. You could make a lot of money just enrolling and sponsoring IMCs in your business and selling business builder packs and teaching them to do the same. Why? Because if they're going to be in business, they need to have some product, or they're not in business. They're just fooling themselves. If I started a lawn company and I went around selling, knocking on doors to sell jobs, and people said, "Where's your equipment?" And I said, "Well, I'm sorry, I don't have any equipment. I want to wait till I get a few jobs first." They're not going to hire you because they know you're not in business. The guy that pulls up in the truck, yeah, but the guy that pulls up in the truck spent $20,000, $30,000 for a trailer and some couple of good pieces of equipment. Yeah, he's in business. You don't have to spend $20,000 or $30,000. You can be in business for a $500 business builder pack, okay, or a $1,000 executive business builder pack. But you need to be in business wherever that is. And you can see that as you advance through sales volume in your team, you never have to do more than 3 active legs. You can maximize the entire compensation plan. And as you go up in rank, you also earn additional income down this. Now, what is this? Well, this is what we call our 10% right here, our 5% through 10 levels of commission. That happens at the same time you're building your business. As a marketing consultant, the people in your team, you're earning through 2 levels of people in your team. senior marketing consultant through 3 levels. Another advantage to being advanced to director during being Fast Start qualified is that you're immediately earning on 4 levels of team members 5% of their commissionable volume. You can see that goes up to 10%, and it even goes beyond that to where you can earn an additional 1%, 2%, an additional 3% way beyond the 10 levels. You can learn more about that on the detailed compensation plan on the website. Now, when you get to director, you're also going to have match pay, which means you get to earn 10%, up to 10% of the IMC's earnings that you have personally sponsored. Doesn't come out of their check. Just like, let's say this IMC is yours and they made $500 last month. That means that you're going to earn $50, not out of their check, but $50 as a match. So if all these people made $100, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've made $60 extra out of that. This is an overview of the entire compensation plan. It goes through the Business Builder Pack bonuses, the differential bonuses. Remember the customer acquisition bonuses I was telling you about, from $16 to $32 every time you sign up a new customer on ADP. See, even though they're buying it at wholesale just like you are at 120, as an IMC, you're getting paid a customer acquisition bonus. They buy 1 month, it's a 6, and you're a marketing consultant. These are on ADP now. These are ADP customers. If they bought through your website at $150, then you'd make the difference between the $150 and the $120 or $30. Okay? If they buy it as an ADP customer, you're making it based on your rank of $16 to $32. If you're a director, you're making $28 on every ADP sale, and that's at $120 instead of $150. At $150, you're only making $30. You're only making $2 less for letting that person buy it at $30 off or 20% off the retail price. It's all of our plan is geared around ADP. Why? Because it saves the customer money and it keeps them on the product longer, and it guarantees that your check grows instead of going up and then dropping off next month for people not reordering because it's on auto delivery. Remember the 2% bonus pool here? That is highlighted. Here's the mentoring match pay. Here's your differential bonuses highlighted up here like it's shown up here. This is just separated out. Here's your 10 levels of 5% override and how you qualify for that. Once you get to the National Marketing Director level, which is the same 3 people you sponsored that are active, it's just that now you're doing $150,000 in sales volume through your team. Now you qualify to earn some additional 1%, 2%, and 3% bonuses. Anytime you have at least one other person in one of your 3 legs as a National Marketing Director that's gotten to be National Marketing Director, you're going to earn an additional 1% down through all of your teams. When you've got a second National Marketing Director or another one in a second leg, you're going to earn 2%. When you've got a National Marketing Director in 3 legs, you're going to earn 3%. And you're going to earn it all the way down past that 10th level until you get down to the next National Marketing Director. And if you're at 3% and that next one is at 1%, then you're going to go past them 2% until you get to the next one. So it's in effect an infinity bonus until you finally grow big enough. And then let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, as National Marketing Director, to get there, you will have signed up more than 3. You only need 3, but you're going to continue to sponsor more than 3. So you're going to have the ability to earn that percentage much farther down than just the ones you have so far. And I would encourage you to print this out. I'll show you where to get that because it's something neat that you can refer to. What do you do next? The thing to do next is get with the person who invited you to take a look and listen today. Decide whether you want to be a customer or whether you want to be an independent marketing consultant and a customer at the same time. What product do you want to start with? You want to start with just a month supply on ADP? I want to start with a business builder pack and really be in business, have something to share. Also have something in your back seat that motivates you to talk to people, right? Because when it's there, it hasn't been changed into cash yet, and it's just like a little bitty motivator, but it's not a big trailer like that lawn equipment guy that had to buy $30,000 worth of equipment. It's just enough in the back seat to kind of keep you motivated. Or a dozen programs. Many people love this product for making a little tasting. I was looking for the word. Invite a bunch of people over to your living room. Say, listen, let's have some fun. Have some fruit cut up. Have some ice water, and you give them a glass of water. some fresh fruit and say, now chew these up. You just tried the latest, easiest to do weight loss control program on the market today. It's called Day at a Time, because anybody can do anything for one day, and you just did what it's going to take to lose weight for one day. Could you do this throughout the day, the fresh fruit, the chewable tabs, and water, if you knew you could have whatever you wanted to eat the next day? That's it. You're going to sit down and be able to take orders at your computer after you do that. Now, the second thing I want to encourage you to do, in just a moment, hang in there with me. When you're done with that tasting, you're going to have them click join here and go through. You're going to front them the product if you have product, and click the box that has them return it to you so that you get your product back in a couple of days to continue to do the same thing. You're going to show this video. You're going to go to your website, which is datsystems.net/ whatever your username is. Why? Because if a picture's worth 1,000 words, what's a video worth? Well, it's worth a lot. Here's the reason why. It's not because it's the best video ever produced. It's not because it has special computer-generated graphics and all kinds of fancy stuff. It's not even because it's the most stupendous. It's because it's about 4.5 minutes long, and it's because anybody can push play on this video and show it. It's duplicatable. The reason that's important is that anybody can tell the perfect story each time by being able to push the button. We like to call it dodo proof. What that means is that a dodo can teach a dodo how to do this, because all you have to do is press the video icon and then play the product movie, and then if you want, you can play the compensation movie. But the key is to get somebody started this way, because they see that they can do the same thing. Okay? That's very, very key right there. Let's go back here a minute. Then you want to use to tell that person that they need to get their first 3 customers. How are they going to do that? Well, if they're signed up as an IMC, they're going to have their own replicated site with their username, so they can take people and show the video through their site. Now, if they want to be a retail customer, they can refer people. Here's what's exciting, ladies and gentlemen. Your customer gets a website as well. Even though they're not an IMC, they get a username and they get a replicated site. Your customer can refer other customers, and when your customer gets 3 customers to sign up on ADP, guess what? If they're on ADP, they get their next month's product supply too, and they're a customer. They're not an independent marketing consultant. That's exciting. That'll help drive your business. Then you want to make use of the company conference calls and the webinars and your sponsors' help. Remember, you get fast start qualified in the first 30 days. You get double points in the pool. You get advanced to director during the pre-launch period, and you're also getting advantage of the up to 10% mentor match pay on the people you sponsor, and you're also earning the differential pay bonuses on the business builder packs that are sold in your team. So that's a big advantage. Otherwise, you have to be a director to get there. So get fast start qualified. You get advanced to director during pre-launch, and you get all those benefits. So the most famous saying one time was, and Nike company has made this popular, just do it. You hear people say things like, well, I'm going to lose weight. Well, just do it. Okay, just do it. I'm going to make money someday. Well, just do it. I'm going to change my future. I'm going to make some differences because I've been behind on promises to myself and my family. Well, just do it. No one ever did anything tomorrow, right? It's always today. Now, I want to share one thing with you, and let's go to this just for a second, and then we're going to bring this to a halt. Let's see. Where did I go there? Not view tab. Is that it? No. Here's what I want to do. I want to go to here. I want to go to Day at a Time Systems. And I want to show you how easy this is. Because if a person wants to order products, they simply go to the product page, or they could go to the join page as well, which is right up here. So you can click either one. Go to the product page, read about the product. Okay. Scroll right. They see right here where they're going to save $30 by joining an ADP. Click here and it takes you to join. Click here and it takes you to video. Pretty easy. Go to the business page. And this is really what I wanted you to see. Same thing. Scroll down. This is a detailed explanation of compensation. Okay. And then down the bottom, we talk about the $500 additional money to each month You don't have to buy or lease a car or anything like that. You just get it to spend on whatever you want. Down here, you can click on Download Our Compensation Overview. That's that one-page overview I showed you. You can click here to join. Right down here is the compensation video. Everything is designed for right on this. The site is in the process of changing. So you're going to see some content change and some cosmetic change happening. And right back here, then again, of course, as an IMC, you have your ID number and your password, and this gets you into your back office to where you can see your team members, you can see your sales, and keep up with what's happening on your business. Okay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Here's the key. Join today by getting back to the person that invited you. That's the most important part. Get started. Get enrolled on ADP immediately. You can start showing your site, getting other ADP customers. Your 3 customers, your product is free. Enroll your 3 IMCs. Same thing. Get to be qualified in your first 30 days. Do your 500 in your first 3 people to do their 500 volume. The easiest way is to purchase a Business Builder Pack. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you had 10 people lined up and you sold them each 1 month's supply, that'd be 1,200 in volume. That'd be way past the 500 you need. So it doesn't matter. However you want to do it is fine. It's just easier to do it by everybody qualifying with the Business Builder Pack. Okay? The testimonial section is being worked on. That'll be completed shortly. And we invite you to our conference calls on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. I want to write down this number, 218-862-6767. That's 218-862-6767. That's 8 p.m. Central on Thursday nights. And the code for the call is 929040. Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time. Call 218-862-6767. And the code for the call is 929040. Also, the webinars that we're doing are recorded up on YouTube under the Day at a Time channel. That's one Day at a Time channel. And they can be viewed up there at any time through your smartphone, through your computer, even through your TV. So we're making everything available for you to have easy access. The home office number is on the website. If you have any questions, you can call us every Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Central, or email us support@datsystems.net. Happy to answer your question. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure sharing this time with you. And as always, if you submit your questions, we'll be happy to answer them. Have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you again later, okay? Bye-bye.